Hi there, I'm Rebecca Ryan. I'm a shamanic witch in Melbourne, Victoria, speaking with you about pride. Pride is an inflation system. Pride comes into our heads, into ourselves, with the promise of being better or brighter or clearer or more powerful, whatever it promises. Pride sounds like you don't need to take care of like the humdrum and the routine, and you're better than this. So either you've come from places which are better than this, or you're worth more than this. You're familiar with it. Pride is everywhere. This inflation system will move us as human beings off our feet and have us kind of drifting around, unable to express our will. When we stay in something called primary process, so when our attention is here with the chop wood, carry water, the kind of mundane, the humdrum, the routine stuff of just getting up and dressed and doing things, getting through the day and then bed and sleeping, we're actually anchored through our body into the earth. This allows us not to suffer as badly from inflation. It keeps us kind of real. I have found that when we are young, when we start on our spiritual quest, or maybe when we're kind of caught up in this inflation thing, so I see you as being better than what other people see you as, I see you as being more strong or more potent or special or whatever. Sometimes if we're caught up in that, it's hard to maintain just the basics of human structure, and it's hard to protect and sustain our own human will, so our own this world, like real world will. What happens is we sacrifice, or we move away from the strictures and the structures of this world to the promise of like a better one. And what we find when we start to do that is our will matters less. We become like a drop in a hole, or we become less individual almost. So we might be inflated, but in fact the use of our will is less individual and more about the whole. I agree with that to an extent. What I would like to point out though is that if you are engaging in spiritual work or spiritual practice or a lifestyle that's inflating you, there will always be a fall. There just always will be. So I recommend primary activity through every day being the bulk of every day, and then in the evening or a couple of hours out through the middle, or in the morning, whatever suits you. Then you actively and consciously hook into your spiritual practices which feed and nourish, and then you actively turn them off and switch back into this world. Inflation is one of a couple of things that all shaman need to face to be able to change their identity and gain wisdom. If you find that inflation has taken you off your feet, so you're ungrounded, you're open to messages all the time, you can't tell not right from wrong, but you can't tell what's your thought and what's someone else's, or you're catching a lot of emotional or electronic energy off people, probably you would do well to re-earth through your feet and concentrate on this world, the humdrum, the chop wood, carry water, until you're back into a humble and a grounded, earthed kind of spot. And then you can just cautiously be switching between the two different perspectives of this world and other world, or this outside world versus your inside world, to strike a balance which is more sustaining to both. Thank you for listening.